Hey there, Dr. Denise Start here. Today's topic is by request and has to do with boundaries in a co-parenting relationship following an emotionally abusive, possibly coercively controlling relationship. There is nothing easy about breaking up with or divorcing a person who has narcissistic behavioral patterns and who has been emotionally abusive. When you break up, it's as though every opportunity to inflict additional pain and suffering on you will be taken. Oftentimes, sadly, children are used by a narcissistic parent as pawns in order to really just get to the other parent. One of the most difficult things is setting and maintaining boundaries. And the best way to do this is to refuse to discuss anything other than the kids and the logistics of what's happening with the kids. There are applications that allow you to communicate back and forth where you have a record of everything that is said. I strongly recommend that you block all other ways of communicating with you so that you can't receive long emails. If you do, though, if you receive a text or an email that is bringing up things other than the immediate needs of your shared children, just bounce it right back. Please only send me questions regarding the kids or just to give me an update of the kids. Anything else, and you have to be absolutely consistent about this where you just will not engage. Also, many times a parenting coordinator is an essential aspect of this. A parenting coordinator is someone who is actually ordered by the court in high conflict divorce and co-parenting relationships. There are parenting plans that can be set up to where parents do not interact with one another in a face-to-face manner. So there are many ways that you can orchestrate this. One of the most frustrating things I will acknowledge is that there is not consistent understanding of the dynamic of narcissistic emotional abuse among either attorneys or judges in family court. Some can see it right off and won't get drawn into that game. Others don't see it. And it can be very painful, expensive, and frustrating to navigate. Oftentimes, even small questions, challenges to the parenting plan will end you up back in court with a narcissistic parent who is intent on using the courts, as I said previously, to inflict additional pain. Your boundaries are absolutely essential. Your ex is not going to help you by respecting the boundaries, is not going to help you by communicating responsibly. And because this personality type lacks empathy, they tend to not be able to consider the feelings of your kids. And so oftentimes kids are brought in inappropriately right into the midst of parental conflict. Inappropriate things might be shared by your ex with your children, and all you can do is model for your kids. You know, your dad and I may not agree, your mom and I may not agree, but I will not talk badly about him or her to you. I know that she's your mom, I know she's your dad, and you need both of us. I love you too much to talk badly about your mom or dad to you. So really taking the high road, it's not easy. The kids are pretty savvy, and over time they start to see the difference of what happens at mom's house and dad's house, and who is truly walking the walk and making their life as peaceful and stable and loving as possible. I am doing a mastermind coming up in July, Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Central Time in July. And we're going to talk a lot about boundaries in all sorts of different situations, this being one of them. I'm going to put a link below in the description so that you can go check that out. Please join us. I'm limiting the seats so that we can have a lot of opportunity to answer your most pressing questions and to do examples of boundaries in different situations. I hope you'll join us. Again, my heart goes out to you when you are co-parenting with a person who has been abusive to you in the past. It is one of the most difficult things any of us would be called to do. So let's talk further. I am available for one-to-one coaching, which is very, very helpful to many people going through this process.